The concept of a new world order has been a topic of discussion for decades, with many believing it to be a sinister plot to control and oppress the masses. One of the most recent and effective tools allegedly being used to further this agenda is climate change propaganda. The idea is that by manipulating public perception and policy regarding the environment, the elites can impose their will on the population, restricting freedoms and consolidating power. At its core, the notion of a new world order suggests a one-world government where national sovereignty is superseded by a global authority. Proponents of this theory argue that a small, powerful group of individuals and organizations are working to create this new world order, using various means to manipulate and control the population. Climate change, with its pervasive and emotive appeal, has become a key component of this strategy. By presenting climate change as an existential threat, the satanic New World Order allegedly aims to create a sense of urgency and panic among the population. This fear can then be leveraged to justify drastic measures, such as stringent regulations, taxes, and other forms of control. The goal is to gradually erode individual freedoms and national sovereignty, replacing them with a centralized, authoritarian system. One of the primary ways in which climate change propaganda is being used to oppress the population is through the manipulation of information. Mainstream media outlets, often owned and controlled by the same elites who are supposedly driving the New World Order agenda, present a biased and alarmist view of climate change. This can include exaggerating the severity of the problem, ignoring contradictory evidence, and promoting solutions that serve the interests of the elite. For example, the push for renewable energy sources, while seemingly a positive development, can be used to justify the imposition of expensive and inefficient technologies on the population. This can lead to increased energy costs, reduced economic competitiveness, and a decreased standard of living. Furthermore, the emphasis on sustainability and green technologies can be used to justify restrictions on individual freedoms, such as travel, consumption, and property rights. Another way in which climate change propaganda is being used to oppress the population is through the creation of a culture of fear and guilt. By presenting climate change as a moral imperative, individuals are made to feel responsible for the alleged destruction of the planet. This can lead to a sense of powerlessness and hopelessness, as people feel that their actions are insignificant in the face of such a massive problem. This, in turn, can be used to justify the imposition of draconian measures such as carbon taxes, environmental regulations, and other forms of control. Moreover, the satanic New World Order allegedly uses climate change propaganda to promote a form of eco-totalitarianism. This involves the use of environmental concerns to justify the suppression of individual rights and freedoms, and the imposition of a rigid, authoritarian system. This can include the restriction of free speech, the suppression of dissenting views, and the punishment of those who refuse to comply with the elite agenda. In conclusion, the use of climate change propaganda to oppress the population is a key component of the alleged satanic New World Order agenda. By manipulating public perception and policy regarding the environment, the elites can impose their will on the population, restricting freedoms and consolidating power. It is essential to approach this topic with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing the potential for manipulation and control. By promoting a culture of critical thinking and skepticism, we can resist the imposition of this agenda and work towards a more just and equitable society.